Sat Nam. Truth is my name. My name is also Melissa. My spiritual name is Satyajdeep, and this is Sky, Sunday Kundalini Yoga. Today we are doing a full physical Kriya called Adjusting the Centers of Interconnection and Intercommunication. We will start on the back doing some abdominal work, and then at the end of the Kriya, we will be in rock pose where we're sitting on our heels. So you may want to have something to put between your heels and your bum to support that posture. Otherwise, I think that we can just get started. We'll do a few warm-ups. We'll tune in first, do the warm-ups, do the Kriya. The Kriya ends with a Shavasana, which is a relaxation layout. And then we'll tune out with our sunshine song. Nice little bookends. Let's get going. Bring the hands to the heart center. Palms are flat and pressed in together. Thumbs are in at the sternum. Close the eyes down and focus at the third eye, the place where the bridge of the nose meets the brow. Let's take a nice deep breath in through the nose. Hold at the top, and we'll practice our mul band, squeezing the anus, sex organ. Lower abdomen comes up and in. This is root lock. Through the nose, exhale. Inhale deep. And we'll practice neck lock, Jalandhar band. Pull your chin slightly back so that the neck's completely in line with the spine, as if you're driving a car trying to hear a conversation in the back seat. Through the nose, exhale. And we will inhale to tune in with the Om Namo Gurudev Namo for guidance and for protection. Inhale. Om Namo Gurudev Namo. Om Namo Gurudev Namo. Om Namo Gurudev Namo. Deep inhale through the nose. Keep the eyes closed. Hold at the top, pull up straight, crown of the head to the ceiling, relax those legs and everything below the waist, engage mul band, draw the energy up, 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 from the root, through the heart, up and out the crown of the head. Keep the eyes closed, exhale, drift the hands down to the lap, and we'll take a moment in stillness before we start our practice today, perhaps setting an intention. Okay, and we will, this Kriya is a lot of leg lifts, and so it's important to make sure the back of the legs are stretched out. So if you were sitting on something, let's go ahead and remove that. Spread the legs out wide and draw one foot into the inner thigh of the other leg. The other leg is out straight, and we are going to sit up nice and straight. Pivot so that turning from the waist, you are leaning over that leg that's outstretched with a straight back, and coming up as you inhale, down as you exhale. Up, inhale Sat, exhale down, Nam. Sat means truth, Nam means name. And we repeat this mantra as we move. Mantra works like an anchor in Kundalini Yoga, keeping the mind on the movement, making it meditative. Keeping that leg as stretched as possible. You can see my little toe here is pointing back towards me. That foot's flexed to try to maximize the stretch along the back of the leg. Good, and let's switch legs. Other leg comes out straight. Other foot comes into the inner thigh. Remember to pivot totally, so you're leaning over that leg. Eyes closed down as soon as possible. And the breath follows the movement. Inhale up, exhale down. And let's stretch both legs out straight, right to the right, left leg to the left. And we're going to dip one shoulder in as we bring the body forward and down to the center. So kind of maintaining that pivot down, come back up, pivot down with the other shoulder, come back up. So really dip those shoulders. We're getting a nice shoulder rotation, and you should feel the stretch along the inner legs. And exhale down, inhale up. For the last couple of seconds here, let's put the arms or the hands on the floor in front of you and just gently walk those hands out until you're really feeling a stretch along the inner legs. My feet are flexed. Let's pause here, take a nice deep breath. Engage mole bond, root lock. Draw the energy up, the back is straight. Imagine the energy shooting out the crown of your head. And exhale, come down a little bit further, even if it's just an inch. And on the bottom of that exhale, engage mole bond again. Hold, 0, shunya, the space in between. And as you need, inhale, walk yourself back up. And let's make sure that we rotate the ankles. Excuse me, the second exercise in this Kriya will have us moving the feet forward and back, flexing and pointing, flexing and pointing. So I want to make sure the ankles are kind of ready for that. Go ahead and give them a little rub. Tell them with your hands, you're going to be working. It's going to pump the calves and pump our lymph system, our drainage system from the bottom up. Switch feet and make sure you rotate the other ankle in both directions. Point and flex it. Give that ankle a little rub. Thank it for all the work it does for us. Okay. Ooh, that feels good, getting a stretch on those tendons, the Achilles and the other tendons along the side of the bottom of the leg. All right, so one more warm up, and then we're going to glide into the Kriya. So let me explain the Kriya just a little bit. Again, it is called adjusting the centers of interconnection and intercommunication. And the description says that the area we're working today in this Kriya are the temples, and that the temples these days are they're underestimated. So the yogis say that these two areas of the head were major centers of interconnection and intercommunication, which makes sense to me because according to yogic anatomy, we have an arc line. So like the pictures, old icons and things, everyone always has a halo. Mother Mary and baby Jesus, everyone always has a halo, right? And the yogis believe that we do have this halo. It's called the arc line. And the arc line is what picks up on other people. It works as kind of a spidey senses, and it helps us detect when other people are around. It helps you read the room. What is the mood of another person or the overall mood of the room? And this invisible arc line of energy, this is how we connect with other people. Arc line to arc line. And so it makes sense to me that the temples are centers of intercommunication and interconnection. And I thought this would be a good Kriya to practice because we're coming into the holidays. We just had a holiday. Whenever you're practicing this, it's always good to think about these ideas and concepts. But we just had a holiday. We're coming into another one. There are a lot of gatherings, and I think that it's just an interesting thing to think about, interconnection and how we're communicating, really thinking about the words we say, the expressions on our face. What are we communicating non-verbally, and what are we picking up on verbally and also non-verbally? They say something like 90% of communication is non-verbal, especially when we're in person. So yeah, and if you're having that kind of feeling like you're not as connected as everybody else, I think it's always interesting to think about, like, that's a choice. Like, we get to understand how we fit in with other people, and it's a moment by moment choice. And it's really easy to get kind of self-indulgent and think, oh, I'm not as tight with my clan, or I don't have this or that connection with other people. Remember, there are always people who feel exactly the way you do in any given moment. And that's why readers read, is to feel less alone. And that's why we watch movies and shows and films that we can relate to, because it helps us feel less alone. So on an everyday basis, we are connecting with other people. It's just kind of, we're not maybe conscious of it. And so this practice invites us to be conscious of our interconnection and intercommunication, and to strengthen it through trust and assertion. Okay, so we're going to be working a lot on the third chakra, which is our center of will, the Manipura chakra, and will, connection, and assertion, throat chakra as well. Okay, so anyway, we'll get going. One more warm up, and like I said, we're going to glide into the yoga, into the Kriya from the warm up. The first posture starts with relaxation. So it's always interesting when we start laying down and relaxed. Okay, let's go into a few shoulder shrugs. Again, this part is just the warm-up still. Big circles to the back. Head facing forward. Make sure the eyes are closed and we're taking deep breaths. Just getting the shoulders ready for the Kriya, and switch directions. Big circles forward. And think of starting to relax your body. We're going to start this Kriya in a laying down position with the hands crossed over the chest, with the wrists crossed over each other. So start to relax, deepen, and slow the breath. Let's go ahead and do a few neck turns. So bring the chin to the chest. Inhale deep. Whew, exhale. Bring one ear to one shoulder. Circle that head back down, chin to chest. Inhale, other ear to other shoulder. And continue with these half moons for just a moment. And take a full circle, if that feels comfortable. If not, stick with the half turns. And full circle the other way. And now come to a lying down position. We're starting the Kriya, movement 1. Or position 1, I should say. Laying flat on your back, cross those arms so the wrists are crossed at the heart center. Bring the legs together. Heels are touching, but you're completely relaxed. Breathe in and out here. Let the body totally relax as much as possible in this position. As we work through this Kriya, really hold yourself, especially the beginning postures. We're going to maintain, if we can, the arms crossed at the wrists over the heart center. And I want you to hold that part of you that is uncomfortable and vulnerable. Hold it. Tell this version of yourself that you're okay. All right, keep those arms crossed over your chest, wrists crossed, I should say, and we're going to begin to flex the feet and point them up, down, up, down. Inhale up, exhale down. Inhale up, exhale down. Eyes are closed. Focused at the brow point. Those heels are pretty darn close to touching. The legs are together. Very powerful breathing. Continue. You can speed it up if you'd like and do double time, but I think you'll find that this is a little intense. We're stretching the muscles around the nerves. It's kind of a nerve stretch. And yeah, anyway, you'll have your own experience. Keep the breathing really deep, inhaling up, exhaling down. Inhale, flex, exhale, point. A little bit longer. We are adjusting the temples, and the arm position is what aids and facilitates this, along with the foot movement. Perfect. Now, inhale with those feet flexed. Engageable bond, hold, draw the energy up, concentrate. Exhale, point those toes. Engageable bond again. And relax. Keep the arms in place, but relax those legs. You can give them a little shake. Woo! That was exercise 2. As we move into exercise 3, turn this down a little bit. You are going to be doing leg lifts. So the legs are going to be coming up one at a time. Inhale up, exhale down, inhale up, exhale down. Don't start quite yet. I want to show both versions of this. So if it's too difficult to maintain the hands, the arms being crossed at the wrists over the heart center, you could put the hands under the bum. But again, the hand position is so important to adjust our temples. So I would recommend instead bending the leg if it's becoming difficult to keep that lower back on the ground. It's very important to keep the lower back on the ground. So we're going to do single leg lifts, and then what becomes more challenging is the double leg lifts. So again, be very careful. If this is too intense, please bend the knees like this. And if that's still too much, then do move your hands under your bum, not the lower back, to assist the movement. Okay, let's go ahead and begin with the single leg lifts. Inhale up, exhale down. Your pace, fast or slow, take a walk. Really keep the abdomen pulled in, all those core muscles, so to aid the lower back in sticking to the floor. Powerful breaths in and out. Sat, nam, sat, nam. Holding that vulnerable inner part of you that's shy. It doesn't want to connect, but we know that's the only way to heal. Okay, we need to switch to the double leg lifts. Ready? Up and down. Inhale as the legs come up. Exhale as they go down. Again, whatever speed, make sure that lower back is staying on the ground. If it's not, bend the knees. Perfect. Very good, everyone. Bring the legs up. Straighten them if you can. Keep those arms crossed over the chest. Inhale deep. Engage mole bond. Eyes are closed and focused at the brow point. Draw the energy up and out the toes into infinity. Exhale, gently lower the legs. Engage mole bond at the bottom of the exhale. When you need to, breathe in. And relax. This time you can relax the arms down. Just take a moment here. Go ahead and spread the legs out. They don't have to be together. And allow the body to rest and integrate those movements for just a moment. Pause the music to explain the next one. Okay. This kind of movement comes up in Kundalini, and it's just one of my favorites. We're supposed to move like a snake. So you're going to bring those legs back together, heels pretty much touching, okay? And then you're going to put your hands over your ears and temples. Remember, we're working on temples, the centers of intercommunication and connection. So this is the hand arm position. And from here, you're going to move like a snake. So you're going to zigzag, move the hips. Everything stays on the ground, but you are squirming around. Okay, so the hips stay on the ground and the shoulders stay on the ground, but you're moving them side to side in opposition as best you can. Okay, so deep breathing. We're only here for a minute. Hands to the ears and temples. Lift the head just enough to start your snake squiggle. And go ahead and go. Smile. Enjoy this movement. We don't ever move like this unless it's totally on purpose. Deep breathing in and out the nose. Eyes are closed. Move as energetically as you can. You are a running snake. Okay, very good. Inhale deep. Engage mole bond. Press the palms into the temples. Hold. Draw the energy up from the toes, up through the body, up and out the head into infinity. Relax. Engage mole bond again if you'd like on an exhale. And then breathe normally in and out the nose. And allow the body to integrate that very interesting snake movement. Inhale, knees into chest. Let's rock back and forth to distribute the energy. If that's not good for your back, come to your side and push yourself up to seated. I always like to take a few extra rolls when we've been doing spinal work to really distribute that energy. Okay, we're going to come into rock pose. So I don't know if you can see, but I just put my meditation cushion on top of my heels and under my bum. So in between the heels and bum to facilitate being able to sit on the heels for a little bit longer. Okay, we are going to now sit up very straight, crown of the head to the ceiling. Hands are going to be resting on the tops of the legs, tops of the upper legs, and we will be breathing in and out through a panting breath through the mouth. So just like a dog, okay? In and out. Feel the air striking the back of the throat. This will give us some extra energy, and it's very detoxifying too. Begin. Eyes are closed. Really make that breath audible. Concentrate. Sat Nam, Sat Nam. Good. And inhale deep through the nose. Hold, engage full bond, draw the energy up. Exhale. Hold, engage full bond again. Keep the eyes closed. Rest here. If you need to come up on high knees, we're going to stay in rock pose for the next 2 exercises. Take a drink of water if you need. Okay, next exercise, we are going to be maintaining the rock pose position if you can, called rock pose because it stimulates the stomach digestive meridians, and supposedly you can digest rocks if you sit in this pose after a meal for at least 3 minutes. And here, just a little side trivia. Arms are going to come out straight in front of you. Fingers straight, palms facing each other, fingers together, and you're going to start drawing X's. So you never come below the parallel. Arms are coming straight out from the shoulders and they stay there, but they come up as you X in one direction. They're kind of crisscrossing. If you can see my arms. There you go. Cross, cross. So you inhale as one hand comes up, exhale as it comes back to parallel, inhale as the other arm comes up, exhale it back to parallel. Drawing a big X, cutting out any barriers between you and the other. To take it to an extreme, the yogis say that you are the other. You are the other person. Everything you see, hear, and judge is a reflection back on yourself. Everything you pick up on that is positive or negative in another person is what you are picking up on in yourself. And I think this is a very important concept to understand. It's a good incentive to keep things positive when we're talking about other people, because that helps you. You're reflecting back onto yourself, positive or negative, you're choosing which attitude to feed. Okay, let's start this Xing movement. Arms out straight in front of you, and let's begin. Eyes are closed. As soon as you're comfortable and focus at the brow point. Cut through any illusion that you are separate from anyone else. It's simply not true. There, arms out in front of you. Inhale deep. Keep those eyes closed. Engage Mula Bandha. Draw the energy up from the root, up through the navel, heart, throat, third eye, crown, up and out into infinity. Maintain the asana. Keep the hand arm position. Exhale. Engage Mula Bandha again. Allow the energy to drift up. When you need, inhale, drop those arms down to the lap. Breathe normally here. Take a rest. We always pause in between exercises in Kriya Yoga to allow the yoga to integrate. This is when the yoga happens. It's between the exercises, between the exertion. Come into easy pose if rock pose is becoming unbearable. And on an inhale, you can open the eyes. If rock pose is unbearable, like your knees cannot do it, that's totally fine. I should have said earlier, these positions, these exercises could be done in easy pose too, the next one. as well. And so we're going to be pretending this time that we're scooping water and we're bringing it up and over our shoulders, except the fingers are just going to come to the shoulders and touch. So the fingers spread wide as you scoop the invisible water, and the fingers come together as you touch the shoulders. Inhale, exhale as the fingers touch the shoulders all together. Okay, inhale, exhale. Inhale, exhale. And it said, I love the description on this one. This exercise will make you feel good for the whole day. So a little smile on the face as we do this. And I know I'm probably sounding like, just connect, just make friends, just be fine at all these gatherings. And you may be wondering, like that's overwhelming. How do I start? How do I just make friends? Remember, you don't have to say a dang thing. Who said the simplest kind, smiling is the simplest kind of peace work. Smiling is the first indication that you're open, that you're supportive of the other, supportive of yourself. Maybe you sit in silence and just smile. Pretend you're in a foreign country surrounded by aliens. You're just smiling. All right, let's start the exercise. Enough talk. You find your pace with this. Just remember to bring the fingers together as the fingers touch the shoulders. We're scooping the water. We're clearing our aura and our arc line, that invisible halo from ear to ear. It holds a lot of past ick. And these kind of movements clear that for us. Make room for connection. New connections. Let the next one be your last. Big inhale. Exhale as the fingers come together on the shoulders. Hold the position. When you're ready, take a big inhale again. Engage Mulban. Draw the energy up. The hands on the shoulders, the fingers on the shoulders. Exhale. Engage Mulban again. Drift the hands down to the lap. Eyes stay closed. Take a moment here. We're going to stay on the heels for one last movement. You notice I'm coming up though to allow some blood flow back into the lower legs. Again, come into seated pose if you need to. Seated easy pose. Last actual physical movement for the Kriya, we're going to be arching the spine forward and backwards. And usually when we do this kind of spinal flex in Kundalini Yoga, we keep the head relatively still. But this Kriya directs that we lift the chin up, the shoulders come back, and you arch like a cat, and then bring that chin to chest as you arch. Or this is the cat and the cow and the cat. So inhale, cow, exhale, cat, and feel free to bring your neck and head into it. But do be careful, with that upper upper spine movement to the neck. Eyes closed. Take this at whatever pace, but you are inhaling Sat as your heart comes forward and exhaling Nam as you travel the heart back. Distributing the energy from these exercises throughout the spine, throughout the body, throughout the nervous system, the skeletal and muscular system. Everybody gets a nice big shine and polish. You've been washing the car. We're at the final stages. Armor all in your dashboards, shining your windows. Spreading and circulating positive energy. A little bit longer. For the last few seconds, if you'd like, you can speed up the movement. Come up straight, neutral spine, inhale deep. Crown of the head reaches to the ceiling as the shoulders relax, the legs relax, engageable bond. Draw the energy up from the root, up, 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 and out through the crown into infinity. Maintain your posture, exhale, engageable bond again. Let's all lift out of rock pose, come into a seated position. We're prepared to do a mantra meditation. For now, let's take a few deep breaths, allowing the moving exercises to integrate. For the last activity in this Kriya, we're going to be chanting aloud Hari Har, Hari Har, Hari Har, Hari. So this is all built off the root Har, H-A-R. I'm rolling my R's, but if you can't or you don't want to, that's fine. It sounds more like Hud, 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 like Hud, with the tip of the tongue flicking the upper palate, the roof of your mouth. So Har is the creative infinity in Gurmukhi, which is a language like Sanskrit, ancient, holy. And so Hari Har, Hari Har, Hari Har, Hari is kind of the manifestation of this creative infinity. So it's a kind of a reflexology like acupressure. We're stimulating meridians in the mouth that help our bodies feel the vibrations and the vivacity of creation. Every cell starts to vibrate when we chant like this. Eyes are closed and focused at the brow point. The arms are fairly straight and fingers are straight. Hands are in Gyan Mudra. So the thumb is touching the forefinger tip. We have ego and we have wisdom coming together. And we're going to chant Hari Har, Hari Har, Hari Har, Hari. We're actually going to sing it in more of a kind of a down home kind of version, and just think about all the beauty surrounding you in the natural world. We're here for about 3 minutes. Hari Har, Hari Har, Hari Har, Hari. 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 Hari Har, Hari Har, Hari. Hari Har, 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 Hari, 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 Hari. And inhale deep through the nose. Engage will bond, hold, draw the energy up. Exhale. Hold on the bottom of the exhale, engage, we'll bond again. And then we will inhale as you need and float yourself down into Shavasana, into a resting position on your back, or you can stay seated if you like. And just come to a quiet place. Pour the body out, down. Allow the legs to spread and the feet to lay open. Palms are up to receive. Adjust your hips so that you're completely relaxed. Adjust those shoulders. Hold your wings under. Help your head find that perfect space. Relax everything from the tips of the toes, through the shins, knees, upper legs, hips, torso relaxes, fingertips relax, palms of hands relax, the wrists, the forearms, the elbows, the upper arms, the shoulders and the collarbone relax, every muscle in your neck relaxes, chin is at ease, every hair on your head is at ease, your ears are soft, relaxed, your temples open, your jaw is unclenched, the lines disappear from your forehead, no smile, no frown, total neutrality. We'll rest here for another minute or so. Allow the breath to deepen. Start to wiggle the toes and the fingers. Rotate the ankles and the wrists in circles. One direction, the other direction. Reach up high above you and stretch yourself long, long, long. Fingertips to toes. You're 8 meters long. Bring one knee up and cross it over the body in a gentle cat stretch. Gentle, gentle. Twisting that spine, allowing spinal fluid back in, move around. And send that leg down, bring the other leg up and over, cat twist in the other direction. Lovely. Bring the hands into the air, the legs into the air, and rub those palms. Rub the soles of the feet. We are waking up the body by stimulating all the nerve endings, 72,000 of them. Give yourself a hug and come to your side and push yourself up to seated or rock from side to side, releasing the back, distributing the energy, rock forward and back a few times. Come on up to seated, and we will close this practice by singing our sunshine song. We repeat it twice, singing the first time for ourselves in gratitude for this human experience that our soul is having. The second time we sing it, if you'd like, for someone else, for a collective of beings, or for any being that you feel needs your energy, your strength. And we'll end with one long sat and a short nam, meaning truth is my name, truth is my experience. We'll inhale to begin. May the long time sun shine upon you, all love surround you, and the pure light within you guide your way on. May the long time sun shine upon you, all love surround you, and the pure light within you guide your way on. We bow in deep gratitude to all the sages, all the yogis, all the teachers who have passed down these marvelous traditions of movement, mantra, and meditation, so that in practicing them, we can be the most connected versions of ourselves. Realizing that everybody is our teacher. Every person who frustrates us is teaching us a lesson. Every person who uplifts us is teaching us a lesson. Every person's kindness to us is teaching us how to be kind in turn. Sat Nam. Thank you so much for joining me today for practice. If you enjoyed it, please feel free to share and join me next week for a more meditative practice. And we'll see you then. I hope you have a wonderful week ahead. Sat Nam.